EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Good contact, good result. Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Will settle. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Good swing, good shot yet again. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
You don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those. Let's go on for a little extra.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Frank is knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Wow, I didn't expect that. Bogey here yesterday. Now this for birdie. Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the 3rd.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too. You don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Hole number 4 here at TPC Sawgrass. 384-yard par 4 deep fairway bunker to the right of the landing zone. You want to avoid that. What else is there to look out for, Frank?
Those huge mounds on the left, they're just as penal really as the bunker on the right. So this is one where you have to pick an object in the distance. Really focus on that. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, how about this par 4 5th?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4 though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple 2-shotter.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Appears to be tracking well. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. That's cruel, that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Did the job right there. Hole number 6, 393-yard, par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one really where you're just trying to poke it down there. When you stand on that back tee, there's an overhanging limb that you just get an eye of. So if you try and hit that ball a little too low, that's going to encourage a miss hit. Nice.
Looks good. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass, generally placed into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. A bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
Strategically, Frank, how do you like to play this hole?
You've got to be aware of where you don't want to go. That front right bunker is probably the easiest bunker shot on this hole, but there's a little pot bunker on the left. That one there, always difficult to get it up and down.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Wow, don't know how a player of this caliber misses it to the left that badly from that short a range. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design.
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut. Not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep going? Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
In the fairway, down there about 290. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This is pretty good, Rich. Maybe just a touch right.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Trying to make yet another birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where your chance here.
Good contact, good result. Frank, for our viewers just tuning in, remind them what is at stake here in this Web.com Tour Championship final.
50 players will actually go forward in 2015, have their PGA Tour card. And the way it's divvied up is you take the top 25 on the money list from the regular Web.com season. And then added to that, the remaining 25 cards will come from this Web.com Finals series. That's the 50 guys, and they'll all be ranked in position of where they finish.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you get in Scotland with the wedge, where you just see the top of the flagstick, and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance, this is certainly a birdie hole.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Count that. That's a birdie. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And through the years, Frank, it has gotten the best of the best, hasn't it?
We've seen Tiger Woods hit it left. We've seen Vijay Singh hit it left. We've seen so many players in the water down the left. Conversely, many a championship's been lost by hitting the ball up in the mounds on the right.
You take 4 here and run to 15?
I would sprint.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself that it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
And it makes the green in regulation. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's 2 little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. 18-footer. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5. Second shot.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, yes, that's an eagle. Now to maybe the most famous hole in the whole sport. It's the 17th here at the stadium course, the TPC Sawgrass. Frank, if you look at it on the card, it seems so simple. It's just 137 yards. For the best in the world, that's a pitching wedge, maybe a 9-iron. And yet, every year, we see nightmares galore.
And that's where you have to remind yourself what can and what does happen here. I normally cut the green in half here. It's 26 yards deep. So if you just take 13 yards off the yardage, you have 124 yards to the middle of the green. That has to be your target. This is no time to be a hero. You can still have a putt for birdie.
Birdie try up next. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Putt for par. He needs one. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Oh, looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
And he's made the green. This is an 11-foot putt. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Clean this up with a tap.
Too bad.
In this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. He still has the lead.
So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship.
18 under.
This is the third round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. So we're into the weekend, Frank, and just remind people what's at stake here.
Top 50 players are going to go forward and play the big tour, the PGA Tour, the chance to play in major championships, the chance to become a star of the future. And right now, Rich, there's just 36 holes separating them between now and their dream.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie. Great start.
How about this second, a par 5?
Well, if you're brave, you try and flash it down that tree line down the left, but there's a couple of limbs that poke out. Every now and again, they catch an errant tee shot. Oh, he's winding this one up. Doesn't have the power, though.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Third shot coming up at this par 5. Still a good chance to make birdie.
Yeah, just make sure you have the right number and the right club.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Chance for back-to-back.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too, you don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
I like the looks of this one. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Getting set now over the putt. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, the bunker on the right, I wouldn't call that a pot bunker. That is some kind of a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah, meanders all the way down the right side, but really it's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather be in that bunker on the right than the hill on the left.
No troubles there. Right in the fairway here at the fourth. Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
That's how you keep a round going, make them from that distance. Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, a little left to right.
That's in the fairway. This is the second shot at the par 4. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass. Vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. There's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. Just inside that last little pot bunker on the left of that. It's actually a pretty good line.
And from that position, a good chance to get at this hole location at number 7. Good swing, good shot yet again. That would be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet. Good effort. And good par putt. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface. And this one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up in a hurry, because if this one doesn't go in, that score's going to rack up very quickly.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
I have no idea.
Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side? 583-yard, par 5.
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2. But you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Good contact, good result. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And he has it for birdie. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Not a problem from there. Right in the middle. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee. Second shot.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Birdie try up next. And getting ready for the putt. Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view.
This drive down the left side, Frank.
Yeah, it creates a blind second shot because of the mounds in front, so a little bit of guesstimation coming up here, but still only a short iron.
Safely aboard.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
And sensational performance. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass. Tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
This is a good-looking shot. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Great, too.
Beautiful.
Frank, historically in this great championship, 14 has proven to be a pivotal hole.
Everybody focuses on the finish here, but you're absolutely right, Rich. This can be an absolute scorecard record, because if you spin your drive left, the drop back, perhaps on the ladies' tees, you can make 6 in a heartbeat. You try and air to the right, you can make 6 from the mounds. So a good drive down 14 gives you a chance for that fast finish.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really two good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Settles in over the putt. Stroke that with authority. Now the start of the gauntlet. 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Yeah. That's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Oh, just making a mockery of the field now. Another eagle.
Frank, as a fan, it's so exciting because it's just so simple as well. Ball's in the air. You're wondering, where is it? Wet, dry, short, long, winner or loser?
And it's no surprise that this hole was an accident. This one was designed by not Pete Dye, but his wife Alice Dye. But we have seen so many accidents right here.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, you found dry land, that's the good news, but now you have this second shot, which is very daunting.
Yeah, once again, you're looking at water on the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But that's a very, very difficult up and down. This is another second shot you just got to brave it.
Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay.
Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Very well done, almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
That wasn't an
Good
18
roll.
under.
Solid. That's a par. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
TPC Sawgrass is my favorite number now, but the last round will be minimum 18 under. Wind speed 4 to 6. Yeah, that's okay.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present final round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. This is one of the most exciting days of the year in golf. It's the final round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. And Frank, this is the day that dreams are realized. And I'm talking about lifelong dreams.
You're exactly right, Rich. They say pressure is relevant. Perhaps a putt to win a major championship
What
or
a
win a
start.
PGA Tour
What
event.
a
What
start.
about the thought of actually having another career? That's right, 18 holes. That's what it's going to take today. And maybe you have a career that's going to last for many a year going forward. But it all has to happen today.
Never be an 18 under.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle.
Great start.
Second hole, it's a par 5.
You'd think birdie or eagle off this team. We've seen a lot during the Players' Championship, but once again, you have to move that tee shot right to left. But be careful of those pines.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Trying to make yet another birdie. In the hole for birdie. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
You really break this green up into 3 portions. Front left, front right, and that back just on top of the ridge.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop. Second shot.
Frank, how about that?
Oh, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away. Instead, straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 3 swing.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, what do you think of the sixth? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
That's in the fairway. Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
It's a +3. It's not good.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's that sneaky distance.
Not too much and not too little. Perfectly played into the center of the cup. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for 2 reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right. That makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side. Smokes it. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. He does not feel like he deserves it.
7 under to 6 under.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, it still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2. But you can make an absolute mess here at 9. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
That's an absolute beauty.
Now the third shot here at the 9th, Frank.
Another very narrow green, not that dissimilar to the first hole. There's a high portion on the left and a low portion on the right.
Come on, chip and eagle. Yeah, pretty beautiful. But not that exact.
That is classy.
Well, a chance of going in.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
7 under.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
9. I need 2 eagle to make it 18.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. And now the second shot here at this par 5.
This time I'm playing it's a fair rate.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Okay,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358-yard, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway, the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag. Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? And drops it in. Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of this green that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
On the greens, and looking at a birdie opportunity.
Second shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
It's not just the length of this hole. Water down the left, mounds to the right. This is it. You've got to buckle up here. Tee it up. This has to be your best swing. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Frank, in the end, it is a game of precision. We know that.
No,
but
it's not, Rich.
It's not.
You tell me, after a shot like that, he's not pumping his chest out. That's what people want to do. They want to hit it like that.
Precision. I love to see guys just bomb it.
Come on. Everybody wants to hit it that far.
This could be a good one. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So close. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the green, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole.
Getting set now for the approach at the 15th.
Yeah, good-looking second shot here, but you've got to be precise. Hardly a flat spot on this green.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. In the hole, and a birdie. Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power there? Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You can follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you've lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you're stuck at a hole, you know, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan. Hazard,
maybe wet. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Clean this up with a tap. Continues to roll it very well all day long. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
That was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
To win the Web.com Tour Championship. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. And now we go down to the first hole. Stepping up to the first tee, Frank, what are some keys to be thinking about at this point?
Really got to pick a decent target. Really focus it. On for a little extra.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a three here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. It's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards, just crushed it in the fairway. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough. Missing it off the tee here. Ball sitting down here to the rough. He's digging in. Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens. Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. And now back over to the 4th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
Oh, too far. +4. Too bad.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Well, here we are at the fifth hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long.
Okay.
You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
This for birdie. Methodically starting to climb the leaderboard now. 4 under par for the tournament with yet another birdie. Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
He'll need to be strong with this. Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green. So it's just a layup. See the bunker down there in the distance? That really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number. Something that you've got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is a really good shot, landing close to the flagstick. Settles in over the putt. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, those par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little off line, then it just becomes a 3-shotter like it is to everybody else.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. And it makes the green in regulation. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
I like the looks of this one. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Moves to -8. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. Grab the fire extinguisher, put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Frank, in the end, it is a game of precision. We know that.
No,
but
it's not, Rich.
It's not.
You tell me, after a shot like that, he's not pumping his chest out. That's what people want to do. They want to hit it like that.
Precision. I love to see guys just bomb it.
Come on, everybody wants to hit it that far.
Too far.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. You hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green, but if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5 11?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is, when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Now a 7-footer. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on the green. They sort of slope towards the back and down that left side. So you can actually use that in your favor with this approach.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot at it, though.
And takes the wind right out of your sails.
In just an amazing display, the records continue to fall. And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards. Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13th.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye. Wooden bulkheads, I mean, they give you sort of that harsh look. And this is just an absolute scorecard wrecker. You get a little cavalier here, you just rack up a number. There's nothing wrong with just hitting it to the right side of this green, just taking the three.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. These putts keep the round together. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And a nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
Yeah, I think that's... He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Frank, I mean, he put the thumb down on that one.
And kept it going, too. To mash that down like that, that's the air time, the hang time he got out.
Birdie try up next.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now to the par 5 16th. Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par fives here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you mentioned, bends to the left, and that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest hitters. 326 yards will get you past that. Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Now his third, staring right at the green. That is another laser right at the flagstick. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz.
Frank, what's ahead after missing the par 3 here?
Well, a tricky little shot coming up, but really this is a difficult par 3, so if you can get this up and down, it still won't be a lost cause.
What the hell?
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.